William Leslie Webster was born March 13th, 1918 on the Onondaga Nation. He grew up on the nation, lived up Hemlock, the eastern part of the nation, went to school on the nation. After the nation school, then he went to work in a steel mill. He comes from a family of 2 other brothers and a sister who are deceased. And who else? Well, after he went back to the steel mill, he was working there when the war broke out, World War II. And it kept him working because it was government contracts, and because it was government, he was debarred from being drafted. But he enlisted afterwards, after all the trouble of being deferred. Then he went, did his basic training. I don't know where that was. I don't know if it was 42 or 43. Anyway, he ended up in the Philippine Islands, and he went to New Guinea. He played softball. Well, he loved sports of all kinds. And he also did a lot of boxing with Golden Gloves before the war and after. They even held a little after school thing for the boys to keep them out of trouble, I guess, too, and to teach them how to box. And some of them went down to the Golden Gloves tournament. And then he also played for round and square dances and weddings. He used to play with a few of the, like Margie Jacobs played the piano, and Elmer played the clarinet, and Howard Beckman played the violin, and he played the guitar. Well, they did that all over. Every now and then he'd get a call, just, gotta go play. Then after that, well, he played the banjo, the mandolin, and the violin, but most of the guitar. In fact, during his Army service, he could have joined special services to play with the Army band, whatever it is, the entertainment, like USO clubs. And then he got discharged in 46, I think it was in May. Came back to the nation, and he played softball, and he went to work on the nation's flood control the government set up on the south side. He worked there running all kinds of equipment. And what else did he do? After that, after the dam was completed, then he went on regular construction work. But he was a father of 3 girls, Deborah, Karen, and Mary. And he spent a lot of time with them, doing things fathers don't usually do when you have girls. But anyway, took them everywhere we went. Never left them home alone with some babysitter. He's got to take the kids, they're ours, so away we went. And then what else happened? Oh, well, we didn't go anywhere we couldn't take the kids. And then what else happened? Oh, he joined the and
did you guys have like a lot of pets?
Oh yeah, and he liked animals. At one time we had, well, he'd feed a stray, and then eventually another stray. And we had like 13 cats, 10 dogs. But somehow they were always, well, they weren't house pets, so they were on a road, running on a road, or get hit by a car, or just disappear. Most of the time we gave the animals away to certain people. Well, most of the time we would go places together. Even if we had the kids, we went here and there and all over. And then we hardly ever went without one or the other. It's like a constant companion, I guess you'd call it. He's always there. He was there for you, and I was there for him. We did things, and he had one other friend too. His boyhood friend Nelson. If he wasn't with me, then he'd be with him. In fact, he helped build us our house. Well, he was pretty handy. He could fix cars. He had his own thing, and I had my own thing to do. He wasn't a farmer of sorts. He was more like a mechanic and did construction work, building. And, well, he had a lot of friends too, though, that were the same age, but they didn't hang around, and they played cards a lot. Like a men's night out or something.
Probably either being at the State Fair or at the Suburban Park Amusement Park. It used to be in Manlius. That was my favorite places to go.
I learned from Grandma earlier that he liked animals and stuff. And did you too? Like with him? Like taking care of like all the different pets he had and stuff?
Oh, he had a lot of dogs. He took very good care of these dogs, yeah. That's good. Even one that was a heavy subject, he kind of brought it down to real basic understanding level, so you could understand him and you could kind of go on with your life and not worry about what was troubling you at that moment. Like he didn't have a care in the world or a worry. Like all the stuff he went through, he never like carried it with him. He was always good-natured. I really think he's in a better place. He's with his family. Because he was suffering at the end of his life, so yeah. Yeah, they feel better when he's at peace.